Hello again from Northampton County, Pennsylvania. We are in the Minsi Creek area at this particular time. And what you're looking at is the East Fork of the Martins Creek. Now, earlier in the day, we were at the Martins Creek Viaduct, which is way up the line in Susquehanna County. We're much farther south now, closer to home base. So I don't believe that this is the same creek that the Martins Creek Viaduct went over. This is a different Martins Creek. I don't think that the two of them are connected. I just wanted to mention that, since it's interesting that we were at creeks both named Martins Creek today. Again, East Fork Martins Creek here. We've got some cool Lehigh, New England remains here. So above us is a road actually now that is East Shore Drive, if I'm not mistaken. And that is actually built on the old Lehigh and New England right-of-way. This is a Lehigh, New England structure here. We actually have stacked stone, which the Lehigh, New England formed in 1895. But the Lehigh, New England was formed from... I'm going to zoom in real quick on the stone. The Lehigh, New England was formed from previous railroads that were kind of slapped together. One of them being the South Mountain in Boston, if I'm not mistaken, and the Pennsylvania and Poughkeepsie. I think that was all intertwined, and some of that grade became the Lehigh, New England. And this is what we have here. So what I'm getting at is, I don't know if the stone was placed here by the Lehigh, New England Railroad, but I do know that the concrete was. So we'll take a walk to the other side, because there's another structure on the other side that is rather interesting too. So let's go topside. So normally on a day like this, we would just walk through the creek, but this water stinks really bad, and it's got an off color to it. Not quite like some of the orange water that we see up in Schuylkill County. I think this has to do with a lot of the decaying matter that's probably in Minsi Lake and then flows out into this creek. That would be my guess, because there's no industry or anything like that around here that would be causing the water to be such a weird stinky color. And down here there was another bridge. It's completely made of rails, and we're going to take a walk down there. This has a date stamp on this side too, which is kind of cool. We hit it pretty big with date stamps today. Forget if I mentioned this or not, but Lehigh, New England, abandoned in 1961. So this structure right here was kind of a baby, all things considered, when this line was abandoned. There you go, 1923. So that's actually the youngest one that we've seen today. Saw a bunch of 1915s and a 1912 today. Is that coal ash? Okay, so here is our concrete arch culvert. I'm curious as if this would have been a bridge for its original construction, or if it's always been a culvert. I'd have to think if this would have been a stone culvert, it probably would still be in place. So my guess is there was a possible double or single span bridge sitting on top of those stones that we saw on the other side at one time. And then when they replaced the bridge, they went with the cement culvert, which Lehigh, New England is, that's pretty much all they ever used, especially on their Tamaqua branch. It was all concrete and steel on that line. So this thing's got me confused, but it's graded leading up to it. We'll go up in a second. I'm leaning towards some sort of road bridge, or dare I say trolley? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the trolley routes out this way quite just yet. You know, and then driving over this, and I'm thinking to myself, how many other interesting hidden gems have we driven over? Because, well, they're roads now, but maybe at one time they weren't. What do you think about this thing? And it's graded leading up to it. Quite solid, actually. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to go root around, but I think there's private property over here. But since this is the old grade, I want to see if there's anything going that way. And I saw on a map that there is a cut going to our east. So I'm going to see if I can get to that. But I have a feeling this time of year it's going to be heavily overgrown. Yeah, if anybody's familiar with the Minsi Lake area, historical wise, like, could you let me know possibly what this could have been? Because this one's a real head scratcher. All right, thanks folks.